Oh, you lefties. Yeah, lefties have gone crazy. You know that? You got nuts. If I was a Democrat, I would be embarrassed by what's going on right now. Absolutely embarrassed. I'd be running to the conservative side, Republican side, as fast as I could. They have gone absolutely nuts. But, so, from what we know, if you've been paying attention, we have at least 4 congressional Republicans that have been under attack from harassment, anywhere from, I guess, I don't know if it was actually they spit on her or not, but they're spewing out the mouth so much where it just coming out of the mouth. They couldn't even control it because they're just crazy. That's how nuts they went. They can't even control their own spit. So, and then you got Sarah Huckabee Sanders. They refused to eat at the restaurant, or refused to serve her at the restaurant, and that's crazy, especially when they go all up in arms about not serving cakes to gays and whatnot. Okay, and then what else we got? Oh, and then it wasn't the whole story after the Sarah Huckabee Sanders things. She ended up leaving, going home, and, real quick, someone told me I look like Gerard Butler the other day. Do you see it? Maybe a little bit. Comment if you want to comment on that. Anyways, where was I? Alright, so Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she ended up leaving. Oh, this flew up here. She ended up leaving, and the rest of her family, which I think most of them were liberals, and ended up going to a different restaurant across the street. They ended up following her over to the restaurant and screaming and making a fool of themselves. And finally, I don't know if it was her uncle or whatever in-laws came out and said, you know what? I don't even like Trump. I'm actually a liberal. So you're just out here embarrassing me. And I would have said, you're embarrassing yourself too, by the way. And then, what else? I can't remember the other guy's name at the moment, but they went to his house screaming, why you're separating kids from their parents, blah, blah, blah. But then just go by the way, he's not separating kids from their parents. This law was written back in 1997 in the Clinton administration, I believe. All we're doing is enforcing the law, and you see all these pictures going out, of the kids in, I guess, supposedly cages or whatever. I mean, which was from the Obama administration, by the way. And they're getting crazy out there. They're out there harassing these congressional Republicans, and then you have Maxine Waters. That chick is cuckoo too. Someone stole her Cocoa Puffs. And she's out there on the street calling out, and if you see them in that gas station, a restaurant, or whatever, they needed to go up there and cause a crowd and say, you're unwanted, we don't want you here, get out, and all this nonsense is crazy, inciting harassment for people. Which is not protesting, by the way. Not even protesting is one thing. Harassment is another. So I mean, she's calling out that, and she's playing with fire. She's playing with fire, especially when you got this mainstream media. They're pushing this false narrative. Oh, they're Nazis, they're concentration camps, they're this and they're that, they're racist. They always throw the race card out, by the way. And what the hell? They don't agree with you. You're racist. You're a racist because I don't agree with you. So, they can't debate you. Oh, and there's this other guy. They were having a debate on the TV. He says, "Are you out of your mind?" But he made the mistake. He wasn't. Okay, let's go about racism here. If the intent behind the comment is not racist, it isn't racist. Just because you perceive it as racist doesn't mean it's racist, and because the left says it's racist doesn't mean it's racist. By the way, it's the intent behind the comment. Got it? Okay. So where was I at? Oh, he goes off, and I can't believe he just assaulted me, blah blah, on national TV. I'm like, and then they suspended him for a week. A Republican who was just trying to get his point across, suspended him for a week. Just to prove he wasn't, racist. I mean, his intent was not racist. They were getting in a heated debate. using cotton picking. Are you cotton picking mind? That's an old term. It doesn't mean it's racist. His intent wasn't racist at all. Just because you scream it's racist doesn't mean it's racist. Did I mention it's not racist? All right. Okay. All right. So anyway, so you got Maxine Waters calling out pretty much almost violence because almost a fight broke out at that theater, and she went to go see Mr. Rogers. I think it was about not bullying people. See the irony in that? That's pretty interesting, right? All right, so she stood up for herself. They asked her, "You want to go out the back door?" And she said, "No, I'm going out the same door I came in. I'm not going to be bullied. Not going to happen." And I applaud her for that. That's awesome. I do look like a little bit like Gerard Butler. Anyway, so it's just getting nuts out there. They're throwing tantrums like little kids. They're so tolerant out there. They're so tolerant, but they're really playing with fire. Like I said, you got the mainstream media. They're putting this Nazi stuff out there. There's concentration camps. It's not even close. Just to put that in the same category is ridiculous, by the way. And then you got, like I said, Maxine Waters, calling for the harassment of Republicans. And you mix those two together, and you're going to get these nutballs that will actually go out there and start harassing these people. Because honestly, they don't know the facts. They've been watching the mainstream media, this false narrative, getting all emotional about it. Because, that's what they do. That's what they play on. They play on your emotions, by the way. If you didn't find that out by now. So I just want to make this little video because, let's break it down from, like I said, let's go back. Where's my train of thought? I lost it. So let's go back to the DACA. Like I said, I mentioned before, they rejected that, and they rejected the separation of the parents, as far as the Democrats rejecting the bills as they're Republicans trying to pass. They will not work with them, by the way. They won't work with them all, and they blame it us. All you gotta do is sign with a pen. I mean, you can't just sign it. I thought they called him a dictator, and they want to just push it out there. Just sign it. You're a dictator only when you're able to be a dictator when I tell you to. So, they're nuts, by the way, because you have to have the Democrat Party on the other side so they can work together, because if you don't get the votes, you can't pass the law, or else you're going to be in the same situation down the road. It's not permanent. You got to... Democrats are, like I said, they're using this as a political football. That's why they didn't sign the DACA deal or work with him in, I don't know how back that was. So they knew that was going to happen. They knew it was going to force the borders. So, they're down the road, because I knew the midterms were going to come around the corner, and then they would have had nothing to play with if they didn't, if they did sign it off and just fix the problem where it should have been. And now they just want to be ridiculous. You got to be careful. Like I said, you got to be careful, because you're playing with fire. The little Maxine Waters, bad Maxine Waters. You're gonna start some stuff you don't want to deal with. I can say something right now. You guys don't like guns, so we'll just not go there. Because we have the right to defend ourselves, by the way. Just to let you know, because people do lose. They will lose their temper, and you're asking for trouble, Maxine. And honestly, I think I might have heard someone they're gonna ask her to step down, which she should, because her behavior is just. Come on. I shouldn't have to say it. So anyways, I just wanted to break that down a little bit, and because my spin on it and what's going on out there. And if they're going to keep on playing like this, things are going to get pretty bad. In all seriousness, and it's not going to be good. It leads nowhere good. You got to be civil. And if you have an argument with someone, scream and shut them down and call them racist. You have a conversation with the person and be an actual human being about it. Okay. So they better get their act together. Because they really better get their act together, because they will not work with anything on the immigration. That's why we're in the spot right now. They refuse to do anything. If Trump said, "I love puppies," they would say, "Let's go kill the puppies." I swear to God. I swear, every time. he says something, they go back the other way, and that's why they start separating the parents back in the, because you don't want to, you want to separate them at first, because you don't want to put the kids in prison with the parents. That's, by the way, if you're a criminal and you mess up and you break the law, they don't put your child with you in prison, by the way. So that's why they separated the parents in the first place. Now they're saying, no, you got to keep them together. So which is it? Which is it? Oh, you just want to let them all go. I don't have a problem with immigrants, especially the good ones, the hard-working ones. But not everybody's good, and that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Yeah, if you want asylum, claim asylum, do it the right way. Come on in, pay your taxes. I'll be your friend. But it's just, it's plain and simple. And if you blame it on Trump, that's not. You're putting the blame in the wrong place. You're putting the blame in the wrong place. Because when you have 23 points on the other side of the country where you can claim asylum and do it the right way. You just do it the right way. That's all we ask, people. That's it. That's all we ask. Just do it the right way. So it's not that complicated. And like I was saying, if you blame it on Trump, it's not Trump's fault. The law is written in 1997. 1997. And Obama was doing the same thing. And where was Maxine Waters then? Riling people up and calling for the harassment of Democrats, because they're the one that was doing the same thing. We're just enforcing it a little more than he was. Because we need to get control of this thing, and if you got to see this down the road, you got to see it down the road here. It'll lead to chaos. You got so many people you don't know who's in, here. We got tabs on us. We got tabs on us. We're paying our taxes. I mean, come on. Can we all just get along here? It's common sense. So, like I was saying, I'm going off on a tangent. But, you got to put it at the parents' fault. Because a lot of these immigrants are not even claiming us, it's not that dire need. Consider that one photo with Trump standing way up here and the little girl crying and down on her, and she had 3 other kids. Her husband worked.